All right, I think we're in focus. Just came back from taking my little puppy for a walk, and yesterday I was able to finish this off. Took a little longer than I expected, and I had some friends come over that they are actually building the 8 by 12s, and they were saying just for the basic shell and with 7/16 OSB inside, where they replaced the drywall with OSB, is running them about 3,300 in material. That just for an 8 by 12 conventional. I don't know if it had a steel roof or asphalt roof, but so one of the things when you're considering doing building programs for the homeless is that something like this is not going to be for everybody, because you don't want someone who doesn't respect other people's property and where they're going to set a torch to something like this. So this would be for those that are uh, who want to hand up, not just a handout, and where this could be put together in community. And I'm just going to show you some of the outside features. This door, had to make it that way because of the framework. And you can actually see the framework in here would be a star pattern as opposed to conventional. I guess I could make it conventional and put a header across there and a header on the bottom, but this door would only be about 5 feet. And so if you did frame it conventional, have your rough opening here to here. This would be about a 24, 26-inch door around there. Maybe you could probably make it 20, 28 be nice. But you could make a header here and a header on the bottom, and that would work for a conventional door. And so it just opens up, wide enough to get through. And you want to make it wide enough where you could actually bring your stuff in and out. And then you got a little window. The window could be round, it could be hexagonal, but I put it right on the star point there. So I like trying to stay with the geometric concept as much as possible. Okay, we're going to turn this on the side. Maybe it might be easier just turning the table here. But there are advantages of using this hex cradle setup. Okay, and that the hex cradle could be used for a production line, and that probably, as far as increasing your efficiency of your building, doing it in line, I would say at least a third to 50%. If you're going to build these individually by themselves, uh, it's going to take, even with a couple of people, it will take probably a week to make one of these. So I like to be able to cut the man hours down to about between 40 to 50 hours of actually building time, so that that would work. So on your base, this base could be you could use wood, probably with a steel framework on the bottom, and the steel framework on the bottom would allow it to be loaded and offloaded with a forklift. It would have jacks on the corners here that you could use to level the building on the ground. And if you're going to put two of these buildings together with a boardwalk in between, then you're going to want them level, okay? And these here are ports. The framework on this could be, I got it laid out on 16-inch centers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it'd be 8 all the way across. Or you could probably do 24-inch in center, but I think for a base, you're going to want to use 2 by 6. And the jacks, there's different ways that you can do the jacks. And if you actually had a little, like a channel on the inside here going all the way across the channel, would be the brace, but also be a place where you can actually put your leg in. So when you had this on the trailer, you could actually pull the leg extension out, like they do on the, for different machinery. You got legs that come out like that. And like this is going to be shorter, okay? And that way you can pull your legs out and do your jacks. Then you can pull your trailer out. Then you can drop your building to height. But this here is access panels. You might have, say in here on the kitchen side, you might have, see, water storage here. This could be water storage. Or maybe this might be better for water storage in the center. And the area, so this would be about 3 feet. This would be about 3 feet. So you probably have like a 2x3 area, about 6 cubic feet, maybe, in each one of these. And so if you're going to make a tank, you would want to make a tank that's shaped like this, right? Like a pyramid, like a pyramid tank in there, where you could actually you can actually maybe have them so they slide in between the joists, and that way, if if you have to take them out to service them, you could, and or you could have them where they slide in on the end, and it'd be nice to be able to make everything so they're all insulated. So if you had a tank, that would be one, two, maybe 3 joists, so about 4 feet across, and maybe make it a little smaller, and you put you would inset this into the framework, and then you would spray everything in with foam. You'd have a nice little unit for gray water here, and the same thing over here for your water. And whatever's left over in the center here, you want to make your joists. So this one here will be right in the center. So this probably be the smaller one, and this could be for probably for propane. Since you're on this side, you could actually have propane storage where you just open up your tab and you got your propane in there. On a conventional 8x12 homeless shelter, you wouldn't have these features. You wouldn't have all this stuff that's built in. But you can make it so you can collect your water, you can filter your water, you can actually store your water inside. So you could have potable water, and you could have other water for washing dishes. So maybe either side you could have water collection on one side, and drinkable water on one side. And so you might be able to, you could twin this off, whatever. It's just a matter of customizing the tanks, putting them in, and then insulating the tanks in place. And that still allows you to take the building off. So that's an added feature. Okay, on the top, you got, this is your little vinyl slider for your kitchen. Like your countertops would be about here, so it'd be about 32 inches. And so when you're standing up, this will probably be the same height as, if you're in a camper trailer, like your windows are not all that high. They're probably no higher than 5 feet from the floor. So this is where you put your window as high as you can on something like this. So that means on your joists, if your joists are 16 feet apart or inches apart, you either cut one out and put a header in there, or you'd have 2 windows that go in between. And with the ribs the way that they are, you could probably cut your roof part on. You could cut this out and put your header in there and put a box frame and then add your window. That would work. Because I wouldn't weaken the the framework all that much. Okay, on the top. So this is something that you would have to do, right? You can only, models are only good to like for a presentation. Here is uh, your skylight. So your skylight fits in between your 16-inch joists. And on this side, you want to make sure that it's an opener. So if you're cooking or whatever, or if you got your stove going, you could vent out. And you'd probably have a stovepipe coming out of here for your furnace. I'm not sure where that would go. It would probably come vertical through one of the joists. This here is a probably use this as a solar panel. This would be on the, you want to kind of split your sunny side so it shines on both sides. And so the sun comes over here and it goes over there. You'd actually generate your hot water in the morning. You could have probably, this is a 4-foot panel, and you could probably put about 50 feet of half-inch PEX on a double circuit in here. That would work. That means you would have to have a hot water tank probably up in the top here. So maybe where the sleeper is here, you probably just lower the top to where the window is, and that would be your hot water tank for heating your water from here. Okay, just going to show the outside on this one. Spin this around. There you Max. All right, this was the window. I moved it up, as you can see, and I made it larger. And so you would have your bed would be roughly, your bed's actually down about here when it's laid out. So when it's folded up, it would actually be up here. So when you got your bed down, you would have full access to your window, full light coming in, and you want to make this. You probably pop your window out so it pushes out, and you can make it so this X window would open up, and in case of fire, right? You would want a way to get out. Okay, spin this around, and you can see the cradle there. That's the cradle there. So you're making a building on this kind of design. It is superior to building on the square, and you have advantages that you normally don't have, especially with this here. This is really a bonus. Here you got the same thing. You got a skylight. This would be your solar panel here, and on the edge here, you'd probably want to make some kind of eave extension that you could, when you transport it, you could actually take your eave extensions and put them on the inside. And when you're set up, you put them here so the water would actually port into a gutter. So you can actually take that water and it run into a downspout to be stored. Okay, on the same side, you got your water, gray water, and you would have another access storage here. Not much space, but this maybe here is where you got your plumbing and your electrical, the different things. Let's turn it around. I like to be able to make this, and just to make the shell with just the shell with nothing on the inside. Just do the shell first, and do the carriage. Probably that's going to run you should be able to do it for about $1,000. When you start customizing the inside, that's where you could end up spending half that amount or more. It's your doors and your windows that are actually going to cost. Your skylights. The time you buy 2 skylights, uh, a side window for your kitchen, a vinyl window. Well, you can make your back window and this window here. You can make, and your door. Yeah, you're looking at $500 just for that. Nothing comes cheap anymore. Okay, so you got your bifold door on the front that opens up. On a small unit like this, bifold's probably better. You got your window. You also have the bulkhead on the back here would be permanent, and the bulkhead on the front here, you want to make it so you can actually open it up, just like opening up a bank vault, right? You can open up, the whole vault door opens up. And it takes a little bit of doing, but I think it's entirely possible. So that would allow, if you want to change out, make this into some kind of other storage, you can just open this up and you can quickly take everything out. And you can put, if you're going to make this into an insulated fridge or freezer, you could actually have the freezer already made up, where you just slide it in, and you just add your reefer or whatever. So there's different things that you can do, and if you did that, then all you do is just you close off your you just close these off. You wouldn't need them. Or if you want to use it, make it into a jar storage. Now you can make it into jar storage. Or if you want to make it into a sauna, you still can make this into a sauna, right? That's the way it's all set up. Okay, you're going to leave it here, this little hex cabin. Just on your dimensions again, you got 4-foot sides. You probably want some kind of eave extension. You want to be able to cover the edge of your plywood here. So you probably recess the face of your wall, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and probably put a 3/4 inch extension, like a metal edging over top. So you would want at least 1.5 inches drip edge. And there might be ways to where you could actually add an extension that comes out further. It'd be nice if you can actually pop something out. If you had a little bit of a drop, then you could actually put in that little extension coming out if you had a deck to rest it on, and that would be nice. Be nice. Whatever your floor width is here inside, that would be the width of your deck. Now that would be your roof portion, and all that could be folded up and tucked back in. Okay, I'm going to come back on the last part on this and show you the finished work on the inside.